Well, that's better. I just came out of the inlet there, Kumealon, and it's blowing out here. So good protection in there. There's a little breeze, a little gust now and then in there, but not anything significant at all. And it's blowing pretty good out of the southeast. So I imagine that bay would, or that inlet would protect you in everything. Maybe not a westerly, because it would be coming straight in. But southeast, northwest should offer you good protection. Like, I was shocked that it was this windy when I came out. So it's a good sign that the bay is protected. I've decided to leave, obviously. It's the next day, and it was raining this morning. I had a lazy morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning now, 10 a.m. and I looked at the tides. I should get a little push with the tide right now, and the wind. I knew it was going to be blowing southeast. I didn't know it was going to be this strong. Well, I mean, it's not like super strong wind, but it's just surprising when you're in there and it's super calm. Well, I have good news and bad news. I've made it to the anchorage, just behind Lewis Island. That's the good news. And the bad news is the weather's really turned. It's horrible out there now. It's pretty wet. That was it. Good news and bad news. But it's good in here. It's about 50 feet of water, mud bottom. From what I've read, it's protected from most winds. It didn't say that it was vulnerable to any specific winds. It's a large bay, like, you know, way bigger than where I just was this morning. That means you can fit a few more boats. I think some boats hide out here if they need to, like larger fish boats and stuff like that. So it does vary in depth, but the spot I found is pretty good, about 50 feet. That's not bad. And it is... oh, it's just 1:45. When I left this morning, I just motored out of Kumealon Inlet, set the head sail right away, and I sailed all the way up to the entrance to this bay. So it was good. It was not a bad speed. I had a little bit of current pushing me, so I rarely dropped below 6 knots over ground, which was good. And at times I was going over 7 knots. And yeah, you can't complain on days like that when you're making good speed over ground. Some of you may or may not know I have a Patreon site, and I don't have a lot of patrons. I'm not really big on pushing that and announcing that all the time. If people find it and want to pledge, that's up to them. There are some benefits to being a Patreon, and one of them is I put out a quarterly newsletter, and that talks a bit more in detail about some of the projects I might have done or some of the areas I've cruised, and sometimes it's nice to read it instead of just watch things on video. And I talk a little bit more about some interesting things in those areas in some of the articles. So that goes out quarterly. It's electronic, so it's PDF. It just gets posted on the Patreon site. You can download it, print it off if you'd rather prefer to have something tangible in your hands to read, like I prefer. Anyways, in the last newsletter, I had a column for a photo contest. So if anyone read that part of the newsletter, they were aware that if they put their name in, they had to just send me a direct message saying they wanted to be entered in the photo contest. I do a lot of photography, and I sell prints on my website, as well as artwork on my website. So if you haven't looked at that yet, check out lifeislikesailing.com, and there's some stuff available there for sale. I'm thinking about selling shirts on there, and toques and things like that, mugs maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'm so busy with my real job that this doesn't always, I don't always have time to do extra stuff with this. Back to the newsletter photo contest. If you put in your name with a direct message saying you want to be entered, this is one of the prints I sell, and it's the image that is everything Life is Like Sailing. So it's 11 by 17, and it's a high quality print. It's on really heavy paper, and not printed on a printer I own or anything. It was done at a print shop. So this is one of the images I sell, and it's just the image of Life is Like Sailing. So I also have stickers in the back here. I don't really sell those. I give those to people that pledge amounts, or if I meet people when I'm out cruising and stuff, I give these away, these stickers. Just my little business card. Anyways, this is the print, and that's what the photo contest is for. So I've all the people that have entered by direct messaging me, I put their names in my hat here, and there wasn't that many, but there's still a few. You have a bit of competition. So I will just pick a name out, and I better not look. Okay, I've drawn a name, and the winner is Joel Welter. So I'll show that to the camera. I will mail out the print to you as soon as I get back to Prince Rupert. Well, it's 11 p.m. and I thought I would show you guys something. Let's go upstairs. This is what 11 p.m. looks like. In this part of the world at the end of June. I think you can still just see a little bit of pink sky there. The rain stopped and the winds died right off. And that's pretty cool this time of year. The cruising days are long, so we'll see where I'm off to next. I just thought I'd show you guys this before it actually gets dark. Maybe about 11:30 it'll be dark.